Ah! Don't wait for the some days to come around. Don't wait for the one days. Find your today finally. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the next video in my Today Finally vlog. Currently, I am on my way to the gym. I'm gonna focus on mainly cardio, doing lists today. Son of a bit. There was a cop. So the wife and I have memberships to the Planet Fitness because it's 7 minutes away from our house. It's probably the closest gym. I know there's a lot of different reviews and a lot of different opinions about Planet Fitness, but honestly, when it comes to just starting out, as long as you're going to a gym, like, hey, that's the first step. Me and Madi have been talking about moving gyms, finding one even if it is a little bit further away, but finding one with more equipment, heavier weights, stuff like that. But if you're just starting out, like, Planet Fitness is a good deal. $10 a month or $20 for the black card, so you can actually bring a friend with you, bring a guest, and it's really not that bad of a deal. And they have a lot of good exercise machines, a lot of good starter weights. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So that's where we go at the moment. But on this vlog, I wanted to talk about life balance. So it's very important, of course, to have a very, very distinct understanding of what your goals in life are. Not just in fitness, but what you want to achieve in life, where you want to visit, what you want to do when you get there, the places you want to stay, the foods you want to try, and all of that. It's very important to have a very clear goal of what you want. Now, let's talk about that real quick. So what is a clear goal? Whenever you're setting goals for yourself, make sure that they're very specific. Get as specific as you can with your goals. Not just say, oh, I want to travel more. Not just saying, oh, I want to travel more. You say, I want to go to Barcelona, Spain, and stay there for 7 days and explore the city. See, that's a lot more specific than just, I want to travel. That way you have a clear understanding, a clear set goal of what you want to achieve. Okay, so specific. You want it to be as specific as possible. The more detailed, the better. Now, as I said before, I'm very analytical, so I also want my goals to be measurable. So, like with summer shredding, a measurable goal would be, I want to lose 4 pounds of body fat within 90 days, just as an example. Or I want to lose 7% body fat in 90 days. Something measurable that you can see the number, right? I weigh myself every single day, and that way I could see that number going down and down, or going up if I messed up that day, right? And that goes back to the apps that we talked about in a previous video. It's easier to keep track of all this on an app, or I've seen Christian just write it down on a piece of paper, his weight. Hey, whatever works for you, as long as it's measurable. The next thing is, make sure your goal is attainable. And by that I mean, don't set yourself a goal saying, I want to lose 10 pounds by the weekend and today is Wednesday. It's not attainable, right? It would be really hard. It'd be really hard. Along with attainable, make sure your goal is realistic. So instead of 10 pounds in 3 days, which is not attainable, make it, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds within 3 months. If that's something that you're capable of, depending on what your schedule is at work, closest gym to you, all that good stuff, make it attainable for you. All these goals have to be specific to you. So make it realistic also. And the last one that I like when it comes to goal setting, make it timely. How many times have you heard people say, oh, I'm gonna get fit one day? Well, what is one day? How do you measure one day? When does one day happen? I mean, the answer to that question is one day happens when you finally commit to it, right? Hashtag today finally. Make it today, one day. But back to timely. Don't give yourself an out like that. Like, oh, I'll do it one day, or oh, someday I'll get fit. Don't do that. Say, within 6 months, I want to have lost 20 pounds of body fat and learn how to swim. Something like that, right? Make it timely. So putting all this together, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So for me, I am going to enter into summer shredding, lose 4 pounds of body fat, get down to 14% body fat within 90 days. For me, that's a realistic, attainable, specific goal for myself. And of course you can measure it also, right? So that's the goal that I've set for myself. We only have 21 more days, people. 3 weeks before summer shredding's over. We're getting down to the wire. But yes, when you're setting your goals, think about that. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Write down your goal on a piece of paper with those 5 things. Hang it up in your mirror so when you're getting ready in the morning, you can read that. Put it somewhere where you will see it every single day to remind yourself so you can stay focused on what your goal is. Alright, so you got your goals. How do you make your goal fit into your lifestyle? Well, that's where I want to talk about balance, right? I get off work every day around 5 o'clock. I get home around 5:45. I try to leave the house by 6, latest 6:15. That way I can get a good hour and a half, 2 hours in here at Planet Fitness. Then after that, go home, make dinner, usually do my ab challenge, and then sit down with the wife. And we talk about how our day was, or we turn on Netflix. Like right now we're watching season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. It's pretty crazy if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the watch. But or we're also watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. We love Marvel. It's amazing. It's so much fun. But yeah, so we spend quality time together before we go to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and that's usually our weekday, except on Thursdays.
My friend's chocolate lab right there.
So every Thursday, we play kickball, which is amazing. So gotta switch it up, right? Kickball counts as cardio. I logged it as a workout. But it's the 3rd game in a row that we won. We're doing amazing. More than that, it's adult kickball, meaning everybody has beer. There's alcohol all over the field. Then by the end of it, it gets to a point where you're hoping not to spill your beer instead of making it to first. Of course, summer shredding, I am not drinking right now. Too many carbs, and it's not worth it. But we're doing awesome, it's fun, so balance, right? Not only am I still getting a workout in, but meeting new friends, having fun with the wife. 2 of our other friends are here. Shout out to Adam and Kailisha. It's awesome. I think they're the ones that first got us into this, and this is our 2nd year playing. It's fun. If you guys have it, we go through what's called Waka Kickball. Look for it in your area. If you can play, it's awesome. Every Thursday. So again, find that balance. Not every day has to be at the gym consistently, right? You can find other ways to get your cardio in, other ways to get a workout in, and still have fun. That way you don't get bored. So with this kickball game done, let's move into the last segment of the video of balance. So the last segment I want to talk about in this video of balance is relaxation. Because you gotta have that balance. I mean, You work 40 hours a week, sometimes more. Then you go to kickball afterwards, then you go to the gym, then you gotta meal prep. Like, you gotta take time to relax and enjoy what life has to offer. So right now we are at a cabana here at our Sandia Casino. We rented it out for 12 hours, only $300. And all we're gonna do today is just focus on relaxation. Gotta get to talk to Madi. We have a couple of our friends coming over, coming to the cabana later, get to reconnect with them. So it's gonna be really fun. You gotta find that balance. And I know some of you guys are thinking like, oh, 300, like I can never afford that. With that mindset though, you may never be able to afford it. It's really all about planning. Like, if you know that Memorial Weekend's coming up and you want to take some time to you, yourself, your family, your husband, your wife, your spouse, whoever it is, you want to take some time and just relax and be with their company, plan it out in advance and figure out how much you got to save to afford something like this. Or invite friends like we did. We invited a couple of our friends and we split the cost. Like, it's really easy once you actually think about it and think about how you can actually achieve stuff like this. It becomes a lot easier. Don't just shut out the possibility of staying in a $300 cabana for the weekend. Don't shut it out to yourself. Why should you not give yourself that option? At least look into it, right? Like the last week I talked about cruising. Look into cruising. See how affordable it is. See what you have to do to be able to have an experience that you want. To have a 12-hour cabana for the night, or for the day, excuse me. Either way, figure out what you gotta do. You gotta have that balance. That way you don't go crazy. Kind of like how people have cheat meals. That way they don't go crazy sticking to pure proteins, turkey, beef, and chicken. You gotta have that cheat meal to balance it out. It kind of curbs the craving. Same thing in life, right? Find something that you want to do to give you that balance. Something purely for pleasure, for fun. Figure out what you got to do to get there. Set a plan for yourself and do it. Hashtag today finally. Get it done, because you can. Think about it, set your mind to it, and do it.
This time